Welcome back to the Root Cause Podcast, and today we're doing a first edition Vibe Farmer / I Am a Farmer.
Yeah, pretty much.
Podcast. And so I want to introduce Rachel Watt. Rachel is a West Tennessee person who went to Chattanooga to school. Mm-hmm. Got a lot of culture over there in Chattanooga. Got it rounded around the edges a little and got a degree in
storytelling. Also, since I'm so new to this, which camera am I looking at?
All of them.
All of them. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. So I got my degree in multimedia storytelling and visual arts. I just combined two majors, which were communication and theater and speech, and they let me kind of come up with my own little name for it. And it was in a time when I started telling people about my degree. They're like, what can you do with storytelling? Everything is storytelling. And luckily, I've been presented the opportunity to tell a good story, and that's kind of in the agriculture world, which leads me to you, Caleb. How'd you get started in here?
Yeah, so I'm a lifelong just farming, you know, so just it's all I've ever done. Yeah. And really feel like we farmers have got an uphill battle. And so we got some companies out here to try to help farmers. But you know, and so I've been buying some marketing things with those companies and not just real happy with the money I've spent. Yeah. And so I'm got you to go to FarmCon with us.
I sure did go to FarmCon.
Yeah, and just to see what you could stir up, and it was interesting to you.
I mean, interesting to say the least. So it was a week before when I met you.
Yeah.
So my cousin Caitlin, she called me up and she said, hey, I've got my boss Caleb, and he kind of wants to talk to you about social media a little bit. I said, okay, I'm down to talk about social media anytime. So I come up here, I'm talking to Caleb, and he goes, well, can you go to Kansas City next week? I said, yeah, let's go to Kansas City. I've got my boots packed. I've got everything packed. I'm expecting to see, honestly, I didn't know what to expect. I just was excited. And I got there and had the time of my life. And it opened my eyes to nobody knows about agriculture, especially in like my age or what I'm seeing on social media. I never see anything about agriculture. And so I saw this as an opportunity to spread awareness because you can't live your day without agriculture.
Yeah, and you didn't even know there was such thing as what do you call yourself when you're influencers in agriculture?
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I had no idea that. Who is? There's a couple. You said like Farmer Grace.
Yeah.
And I watched her stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is this it? But however, the difference is she knows exactly what she's talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here, but that's my goal because it's really not only exciting, but it's interesting. And we're in a time right now where farmers are kind of all coming together and looking and saying, what can we do? What can we do right now to help?
Yeah. What's next? And yeah, so it ain't been the easiest path, and but it is still one that's near and dear to all of us because you can't get through the day without dealing with a farmer.
No, I mean, look at everything we've got here. It's from a farmer.
Yeah. So there in Kansas City, you became the Vibe Farmer all of a sudden.
Where it was born.
We can't put this license plate on a vehicle until you actually know what color corn seed is.
Yeah.
And those kind of things. So
that's the goal of this, though. So when you feel that I know what I'm talking about, which might take some time, that's when you're going to like knight my car like the Queen of England with my Vibe Farmer plate.
Yeah. We'll get that going. But yeah, so I think it's very, very important that as we farmers understand food and how it changes up and how you think about food. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're kind of very different, which I'm not a big coffee drinker, but today you're drinking a coffee with an egg in it.
Yeah. So I saw a TikTok in this, it was an Italian lady, and she goes, I start my morning with zabaione. They always do the hands when they say something cool like that. So I immediately was hooked, and I never thought about putting an egg yolk in coffee, but let me tell you, rocked my world. Got my protein and my caffeine.
There you go. Thing. So 2 eans gone.
2 eans gone.
Yep. So as the farmers here, I mean, we've got to really take this to heart. I was at a conference and learned last week that people born before 46 or 75 million, there's 80 million baby boomers still here. Generation X, 60 million. My group, the millennials, 82 million. We're the big winners. And then here's Gen X, it's 72 million. So really an up and coming part of our culture. And so what you think matters, and we farmers are struggling. So we got to fill your cup up with what you want.
Exactly.
And, yeah.
But here's the thing. I don't know if it's a communication issue. Or I don't know where the issue falls. You're done with that already?
Yeah,
we're done with it. But my generation, I haven't seen as many farmers as I do see in your generation, and I talk to my friends about, they ask me, Rachel, what are you doing now? And I say, I work on a farm. They're like, what? Wait, what on earth? And then I explain to them what's going on in the agriculture world, and none of them have any awareness about it. So I guess my personal goal is to learn from your generation and generations above. How can I communicate that to my generation so that farmers don't fall short because of us? We need to be advocates for it. We need to figure out what's going on. And that's why you and I are having this conversation, because you're in the agriculture world. I'm in the pop culture world. So I think that you and I, there's a lot of similarities in the cultures of it all. Yeah,
which is amazing to me. Mm-hmm. I mean, I would think it would not be much, but it is very much is. And so the whole thing there is just blending it.
Mm-hmm.
That's your goal.
That's my goal.
And to just make people more aware, because as you know, we're getting 13 cents of the food dollar as farmers. And a big chunk of your generation is paying the dollar, but you would have never dreamed the people at the core of this are only getting 13 cents of that food dollar, would you?
Where's the rest of it going?
So we got some greedy people in the middle, and we don't
in America,
we don't deserve the whole dollar, but we deserve more than the 13 cents.
I would say so.
And with the 13 cents, that's an average. I mean, so the animal protein agriculture right now is very profitable. And then the row crop side of this is really struggling. We've got a lot of issues. But agriculture touches many things. I mean, we're in a lot of like combine shields are made out of soybeans. There's all kinds of different things that we're in that we really hadn't thought about. So we don't want to get off in those weeds.
I do have a question on that though.
Okay.
So there's been the discontinuation of the penny.
Yeah.
We got rid of that, man, twice, and that's sad. But okay, with 13 cents, there's not another coin that equals 1 cent. So if there's 13 cents that the farmer's getting, what would that look like in coins? I know that this is kind of off, but that's really got my wheels turning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's no more pennies.
There's no more pennies.
Right. So
hey, there's a penny for your thought.
Yeah, penny for the thought. There we go.
We'll look into that one a little bit more, but that one's kind of got me a little curious.
Yeah. So, I got started just farming, been a part of the whole thing. Is you just do what you're supposed to, what you've always done. Mm-hmm. And I just ain't happy with that. I think there's a better way. I think we should have better, more profitable businesses. And the big word, what word are we using now instead of sustainable?
Circulatory. It is something to do with a circle that doesn't sound as like vain.
Yeah. So anyway, I think we can feed the world better, and we can also improve the environment and do a lot of things there, and just be a totally different group. So
yeah.
So that's kind of my mission, and why I'm excited about the Vibe Farmer, and I want to see what she can stir up and learn and teach, I guess, literally the world.
I mean, that's the goal, but I'm ready to just start with one person. Whoever's watching this, I'm glad you are. Hello. Because you're learning with me. Let me tell you right now, if you're watching this, you probably know more about ag than I do. And I'm coming from this in a place of curiosity and hope, because the curiosity and the newness to it, because what I'm seeing meeting more farmers is the doom, and it's everything's over, everything's messed up, the future, blah, blah, blah. What are we going to do? And I'm seeing a lot of doom, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of innovation. And that's why I'm really proud to work with you, because I know that your goal, you've got innovations that you've put in place to help farmers. You want to talk about some of those?
Yeah. So we're here with the Rooted FMS, and I want to not only just sell a farmer some kind of software.
Mm-hmm.
I want to sell them consulting. I want to be a cheerleader on their sideline. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
More of a consulting role. And, it's just so important that we have a strong plan.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're farmers and we're trying to help farmers. So we have an upper hand on a lot of our competition who may not know about farming or, and been there, done that. So you can name it. I've put my foot on most farming stones. From freshwater shrimp to.
What were you doing with freshwater shrimp?
I raise freshwater shrimp. Yeah, you didn't even know that's a thing. I've tried a lot of things. So
how do you do that?
That's a big story.
Okay.
But we did it. I had some.
We're
going
to do shrimp talk next week.
Yeah, it was crazy, but I want to get out of order, because what your talk is leads me to my quote of the week.
Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and hear it.
Yeah. Fear is contagious, but so is hope.
You couldn't have picked a better quote.
I know. So that smile is the single greatest thing you can bestow on anyone you meet today.
Okay.
So I just thought I had to throw that in at this point instead of later.
That's perfect. Done. Knock that out. Because, I really do feel that not only am I planting the seed of some vibes, those vibes are very hopeful. I do believe that we have what it takes to come together and put our egos aside for a second and help our neighbor.
Yeah, and the thing that comes out of this, we're at the Y in the road. And this new road, whether you think you're taking a new road or not, you're taking one because of the environment. Who knows what it comes out? And the why,
what makes me think about that why is that somebody paved the whys, So are we really making a choice if the choices were given to us? So I say that we cut the bottom of that Y off, forget the behind us, look at it, observe it, notice the patterns. But then we just go straight. So we turn that little Y to a W, a win.
A win.
A win.
So that's a slam dunk.
Turn your Y into a win.
And boy, those Seahawks got them a win last night.
I don't even know. I'm not a football girl. And last night, I really wanted to cheer on for a team just so I could have a little fun with it. I like to cheer on somebody who's winning. But now being in agriculture, I was thinking, I'm going to cheer on the ones who their uniforms were made by some farmer people, Then I looked into it, and the NFL has a contract with Nike until 2038, 2036. Do you know what year? We've got Cooper over here.
Yeah.
He's a pro Googler. But it's a long time that they're committed to somebody. And I know Nike's an American company, but then I looked at the manufacturers, and it's in Venezuela and China, and it's not around here. And I wonder where farmers and anybody in ag, where they're getting cut out.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to understand. That's what I know nothing about, is the relationships with other countries, with our products.
Right. So I think he's got something over here.
2038.
Okay. That leads me, Cooper, look and see if they were playing on artificial turf or real grass. I don't know the answer to that, but
hopefully it's real grass. You can't have football without grass stains.
Most fields have gone back to the real grass because there's less injuries. And one of our other products we push is Organics, which is a turf product, since 2010, and it's on a lot of our major fields. So
really, they use both types of grass. Do you think they just blend it like in a blender and then pour it out on the field?
I wouldn't think so. I don't know.
Half the field's real.
Guess they're confused at the
Aren't we
Super Bowl
all?
60. So
I know that I'm not confused about one thing at the Super Bowl 60.
What's that?
I got to dance last night.
Okay.
I don't know much Spanish, but I can dance in Spanish.
Okay.
And that, I loved the halftime performance. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. And what I loved most about it, the grass people that he had out there, that was him giving a nod to the agriculture community in Puerto Rico. He was giving a nod to all the workers that have given them the strength for generations to be as strong as they are. And I haven't ever seen a performer really tap into the world around them. It's all kind of reaction based, or what somebody was in like a shark or something dressed up one time, or you never know. But last night I felt really connected to the storytelling of the show because I felt themes of joy and unity and love and family. And I think that that's exactly what we need.
So the vibe harvest was good, huh?
Oh, we had a bountiful harvest last night at the Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, and the commercials, come on. I've seen better years with the commercials with Super Bowl, but the ones that stood out to me, I love the Levi's one. That was awesome. The little booty shaking with Woody from Toy Story. Loved that. Pepsi. They made me laugh. What's going on? Okay, you talked to me last week about something going on.
Good news at Pepsi.
What's going on with Pepsi?
They've decided to cut their brand, some of their most popular brands, the prices by 15%. So your Doritos, Lay's, and Cheetos are going down. And, I don't know why. They should go down. They're no longer buying dye.
Wait, what is it? Doritos,
Lay's, and Cheetos.
I just wanted to hear you say Cheetos.
Cheetos.
Again.
Yeah, and they quit dyeing the Cheetos.
Nope,
so they're saving all that money, I don't know. Yeah. I guess they're calling them blondos. Yep. But anyway, it's they're cutting some price on that. So that's a big thing in agriculture this week. And a lot of people don't realize that Pepsi has big investments in a lot of food companies. So they could be a little bit of a problem of the 13 to
that's what I was wondering.
87%, this game we're in. So, but yeah, that you can look to see those prices coming down. And this was something I got out of Farm Direction, the Van Trump thing. So
throw it behind you.
Another one done.
Yeah.
So the one commercial I did like is probably the craziest guy on there was Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Okay. So that commercial, it made me think of the Fat documentary that you showed me. So what stood out to you about that commercial?
That he was really upset. He lost his sister last year, I believe it said. And so just the overall chronic problem we have, the worldwide problem of obesity and not knowing what's in our food. So it was realfood.gov is what he was promoting, eating an apple. So you just never know. But the guy who actually bit somebody's ear off is actually got enough composure to promote
apple. Yeah,
promote apples. So
I'm glad that he segued out of biting ears into biting apples. But,
yeah.
So what all I wonder is on the FoodGov website.
I have no clue.
Because that's the worlds that I'm confused about mingling. You've got the social aspect, you've got the agriculture aspect, and then, hey, we've got the big looming cloud of the political aspect. That's why I'm so confused about agriculture, because it bleeds into everything. It's not, hey, we're on our tractor going straight. It's we're affected by all of these things around us, and we don't pay attention to them.
Yeah, so we're in your car tank. We're in your gas tank. Mm-hmm. We're on your Q-tip,
You're on my Q-tip. Oh, yeah, the little cotton thing. I was thinking nothing but wax on mine.
Okay, yeah. So we're the fiber on your Q-tip.
Yeah, you're the clothes on my body. You're the coffee in my cup.
Yeah.
That kind of sounds like a good little
I'd be surprised
song.
if that was made from cotton.
Yeah, okay, let's not. I'm very new to this. I'm not as great. Yeah. This came from Goodwill, though, secondhand. I'm not going to go firsthand polyester out there anyway.
Okay, all right, yeah. So anyway, and you've become more conscious of those labels since you've learned some things.
It's a blessing and a curse. It's like I know that this consciousness of the awareness of what's going on, I know I'm doing good by making better choices, but at the same time, it's opened my eyes to how many bad choices I've made and how easy it has been to make them.
Well, it's not your fault. You were just part of the rhythm. You just got, and me too. We all have. We all are. I mean, so, you know.
And I like that you said that, because I think that a lot of people get held back in the guilt and the shame of not knowing. So then they shut off and they don't want to learn anything, because it's easy to get overwhelmed and exhausted by everything that we see all the time, that we just emotionally become numb to it. So then that absolutely depletes our awareness to it. But when you add a little sprinkle of hope that things could be better, life could be better for all of us, and it's not through going behind backs of one another, taking this down, it's...
You mean nobody has to be bleeding from the backside?
Exactly. If we can just bleed our souls onto one another. That sounds kind of culty, but if I could come up with a different way to say, let's just hold hands and be together in this, do some kumbaya.
Just peace.
Peace. Peace.
There you go.
Peace is all we need.
That's peace is where it's at. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So, you know, we had a Tennessean on the field last night. Did you know that?
Who was it?
Well, it wasn't playing football, but it was on the field. It was in the Budweiser commercial, a big ag company. You know, they buy a lot of wheat and beer and barley and hops and
they were on the commercial.
Corn.
Somebody here in Tennessee was on the commercial.
Yeah, Lincoln the Eagle.
Do I know? Oh, I was about to say, is he an ex-boyfriend or something that we're trying to beat around? Okay, so it's Lincoln the Eagle.
Lincoln the Eagle was riding the Clydesdale, and so learned that again today. You know, that's neat. That
we need to go pay him a visit.
Yeah. So the headline that I read, you know, I'm a reader.
Yeah.
So from the trash bin to the Super Bowl, Lincoln meets the Eagle.
Let's have him on the pod.
Lincoln they're too mean.
Really?
I mean, I'm scared of an eagle.
Wow.
You not seen one at the zoo?
I mean, yeah, but they looked pretty chill to me.
Yeah, I don't think they're chill.
No? They're big. They're big. They're not just a old little bird in the backyard.
Probably couldn't tote me off, but you'd be a goner. Yeah. So
I honestly want to just like go outside and kind of see if they could.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we know where there are some. So
okay.
Yeah. So I thought that was very interesting last night. You know, and you make a good point. We got the nod. Mm-hmm. I mean, so agriculture had it. You know, those commercials. I bet 50% of them were pro ag or
robots
of ag. You know, so
robot. Yeah, that's the thing. It's you could really tell the marketing budgets through the commercials. I think because some were going. You could tell, hey, this is all AI. But then there were some where the creativity shown through. And
so how much was a 30-second ad? Do you see?
Cooper, do you know? What's your guess?
I'm going to say 20 million.
I'm going to say 50 million.
50 million.
8 million.
Oh, wow. We both.
Hey, you know what? Then if you go into it thinking too high, maybe we can work out something where we can get on the Super Bowl commercial next year. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, if we don't ever shoot for it, we'll never get there. So
you know what they say? You shoot for the moon, you land on the stars.
Is that what your generation says?
That's what I say.
Yeah. Okay. So more on your ag adventure. You're 2 weeks of snow and 6 weeks in. So tell me about what you're thinking about ag and what the Vibe Farmer's goal is, and then I'll tell you what your job is. How's that sound? You tell me what your goals are, and then I'll tell you what your job is.
Okay, this sounds good. It's kind of like a guess who.
Yeah, Jeopardy.
So. What do I do? What is that the question? What do I do?
Yeah. So you went to FarmCon.
I went to FarmCon.
How many farmers did you talk to?
How many farmers were there?
I think 1,300.
Then I talked to 1,300 farmers.
Okay.
Because when y'all, here's the thing that I can't get behind with ag, and I'm gonna try. It's a personal problem. It's a personal problem. Waking up at the crack of dawn Y'all don't wait for the birds to wake you up. Y'all are the ones waking the birds up. Y'all are telling me to meet in the lobby. Let's get together at 7 a.m. for breakfast, 7 a.m. dressed and ready. So that's something I'm going to have to get used to. But y'all were all down there 7 a.m. doing your little thing. I told you, I said, if I come down there at 7, you're not going to have 100% of my magic. My magic comes out about 11, and each hour that I need to be somewhere before then, you lose about 20%. So, hey, you almost lost the whole thing by asking for me at 7. So I roll downstairs a little later. Y'all were in the conferences, and so I got to go hopping booth to booth.
Okay.
Oh, buddy, did I have the time of my life trick-or-treating in my little ag swag bucket. I got hats from every booth, pins, you name it. I won't be missing another FarmCon. I won't be missing conventions, period. If you need pins, hats, buckets, shirts, go to FarmCon. So that is that's the excitement aspect of agriculture for me. So that was like the first things that I was noticing, because when you don't know anything, you just kind of have to see what's around you. And what I saw around me was swag. But after I had all the swag, then I started getting a little
because
bit.
you're a fashion nut.
Oh, yes, I am. And don't judge this outfit today. Trust me, it wasn't the one I had planned. I had ordered this amazing shirt from eBay, and I was a little hopeful when I put it on today and tried it on, and it just wasn't me.
Okay, no vibe.
No, the vibe wasn't there.
So you got the return label.
Got to work on that too. Really, really bad at returning things, but yeah, I do come from the fashion world. I used to work on a fashion magazine. It was student-led, called Strike Magazine in Chattanooga. Strike. Like baseball, like striking out.
Okay.
But so I got into the fashion world then, and I loved the creativity of all of it. And because I always wanted to work somewhere creatively, but I also wanted to make a real tangible difference. And so the more creative work I started doing outside of the magazine, when I moved back to West Tennessee, it was kind of like, am I even doing anything that means something? And it wasn't until I came here that I saw an opportunity to use my creativity for something that could actually affect the world. I mean, yeah, creativity is important. It makes everything go around. Nobody's job's irrelevant in that way. But in this way, in my area, it's effective for me in agriculture.
So, as a white male, I didn't really appreciate the arts. They are important.
Yeah.
But up until, you don't know anything till you turn 40. And I've made that. I
believe it.
And so then I do realize it takes creativity to do the garbage.
Exactly, Caleb. That's what I was thinking when you said just because you're a white male, it means you're not creative. Hello. Have you listen to Chris Stapleton?
Yeah.
He's an artist.
Yeah.
I can name a million white male artists.
Now, I'm going to tell you what I liked about the Super Bowl.
What?
Lady Gaga.
Y'all,
I could understand her.
I know you can. And okay, that's another thing that I found out at FarmCon that absolutely had me shaking in my Tony Lama boots. We were sitting at the dinner table, and when you're at a business conference or whatever, it's all, oh yeah, and what are you bringing in, and how you doing, so, and what about who? Come on, y'all, let's have a little fun. So I'm asking the table, let's play a game called First, Last, Best, Worst. And I said, in this case, let's do concerts. So Caleb, your first concert, last concert, best, worst concert. Lo and behold, he comes out and says that the best concert he had been to was Lady Gaga. Imagine my shock. I'm at FarmCon, and my farmer boss is telling me that the best concert he's ever gone to was Lady Gaga. Shook me to my core.
Yeah, I've been fortunate. I've been to a Pitbull, Nelly, Shakira.
What?
That was at Super Bowl 2011.
Shakira?
All three of them one night, one stage. Yeah. Really, it was something. So
yeah, it sounds like something, but I mean, when you look at a farmer, you're like, oh, okay, he loves Morgan Wallen. Not you. You're not even in the country.
What does Morgan sing?
Something about being, I don't know.
I like Chris Stapleton. I like Willie Nelson.
Ooh,
I like some,
You like the country singers.
I like some of them, but I don't like the Keith Whitley's of the world.
I don't know much about him, but the shocking thing for me was your music taste. And the people at the table, they're like, oh, did your wife drag you into that? And you're like, actually, she got me tickets for my birthday. And I thought, oh, I'm working at the right place. This is perfect.
No, I went there way before I got married.
To Lady Gaga?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, were you scouting to put a ring on Lady Gaga?
No, well, it would cross my mind, and I might work out something now,
You've got Katie, and she's awesome.
Yeah, she is real lucky there. But anyway, I did understand that part, and I really like the vibe.
Exactly, and that's what it was all about. You don't have to understand it.
So when I went to South America on a farming tour, and the police were riding around down there listening to AC/DC. They couldn't understand the music, but they liked the vibe.
Exactly.
And I was scared of them because they had M16s. So, there's something for all of us.
Exactly. And sometimes if you venture outside of what you normally listen to, you might find something you like.
Yeah.
I think that to expand and grow and try things different way, that relates back into farming. We've been doing a lot of the same things for years, centuries, and we're starting to see that the systems are kind of overplayed, maybe
broken.
We need some innovation, and for innovation, we need to go outside of the bounds.
Yeah. Well, speaking on that, so I gave you that chart in this book. So we're going to swap books, I think.
Yeah.
So I read Energy Leadership by Bruce Snyder.
Okay.
And I gave you this thing. It was really, really a positive book about how to it's about leadership and how to, in most situations in life, you ever watched Andy Griffin?
Oh, yeah.
You have? So I always ask myself, what would Andy do?
What would Andy do?
In this, because he always did the right thing.
What do you think it takes to be a good leader? Three words that you would describe.
I got to steal it from Pat Lencioni.
Okay.
Hungry, humble, and smart.
Okay.
So you got to be hungry to help somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You got to, hungry, humble, and smart. So you always got to remember that, just like the guy that was did the sanitation work at NASA, and they asked him, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm putting a man on the moon. Yeah. So that's true.
Exactly.
And then to be smart, I'm not saying that I'm as educated as I want to be, but at the same time, you do have to do some outward thinking, and I don't think it all relies upon a big Ivy League education, but you do have to keep growing on the daily.
I think if you're on the expedition of learning, you're smart.
Yeah.
You don't have to know everything, but the fact that you want to proves it. Because you can't go on Google and say how to ride a bike and know how to ride a bike.
Yeah.
You got to get on that bike and you got to fall down a couple times.
Right.
And then you can ride it, and then you can be a bike rider.
Yeah. So this book just taught me about, as the leader, the energy you enter the room with is the energy that everybody holds. So you have to enter the room with the right. You want to be like Andy. You want to enter the room like Andy did.
Do you do anything before you enter rooms to kind of put you in that headset?
And I don't journal either, and that's on my to-do list.
I'm sick of it. You know what? You're going to do it today.
Okay. All right. But, the one thing, this chart really stuck out to me because a lot of us farmers, you talk to a lot of farmers at FarmCon, where do you think what is our energy?
Weird. Y'all aren't weird, but the energy was weird because of the mix of people that I saw. I was expecting to go in and see like overalls, cowboy boots. It was a sea of khakis and hey dudes. Don't even get me started on hey dudes. But
what's a hey dude? Oh, shoes.
A disgrace of a shoe.
They didn't come from Strike Fashion? Okay.
No,
all right.
I got one thing to say to them.
Okay. All right.
Bye, dude. But so there were farmers. Yeah, I did get to see that. But then there were people that were in the AI world. And then you've got people in the banking world. And then you've got people in I didn't expect to see all of these people together. It was set up like you would do a joke of a preacher and a so-and-so and a so-and-so walks into a bar. That's what it felt like, because people that I would have never put in a room together were in a room together, and they all have the same goal. But the missing piece was their way to communicate with one another. And that's where I come in with pop culture, because most of them have wives, kids, you name it, husbands, whatever, that are talking about these things that can bring us together.
But they're not the first to talk to you. They're little farmers. They're little.
Yeah, they're a little, I guess, reserved in that way, but I wouldn't say that they're hard to talk to. Once you crack it, you got the nut.
So as going to conferences, farm conferences, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you wouldn't have seen the melting pot that you saw.
Really?
You wouldn't have seen near as many ladies. I'd say the crowd was probably 30% women. So that's a different thing. And then, you wouldn't have the tech. You wouldn't have, you wouldn't have all those different things. So that's an astute observation.
Did you think at any time, I don't know, like with this mix of people, did you have a hard time deciphering who you felt was for farmers or trying to profit from farmers?
Yeah, I felt like they all were trying to take advantage of us.
And that's why when we were at the table, I started asking questions about concerts, because it's who you can work with on a human level that you can do a business level with.
I know. What's your favorite thing? What's your song in your head?
Right now, just at the top of my head? Let's go Choosing Texas, Ella Langley. That one makes me want to groove.
Oh, okay.
What's the song that you got right now, top of your head?
Right now, On the Road Again, Willie Nelson.
There you go. There you go.
Because we have no clue where we're going. We're just on the road.
That's something that I didn't expect from this, and I haven't had time to sit down and process anything because we've been on a plane, a train, or an automobile this whole time.
Yeah.
Which is fun, except for the last time.
Yeah.
Got food poisoning. Don't eat steak if you've got it in a to-go box and didn't put it in a refrigerator and you get hungry at 1:30.
Yeah. So 1:30 a.m. See,
a.m., yep.
That's what's preventing you from getting up and doing your job at 4 a.m. like most of us farmers.
Yeah, because somebody's got to keep a watch of the night. And it's me, because that's when all my ideas are coming in. And it's kind of like oh my goodness, I'm sitting on this thing that I've got to tell everybody about. And then if y'all wake me up that early the next day to tell you about it, the thoughts are gone. They've got to marinate. And then they're ready at 11.
Okay. The crack of noon.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could say.
Yeah. So that's something in your job description we got to think about, because at the crack of noon, most of us are half done for the day. We've already got our 8 hours. So, but it takes us all. And, the vibe farmer may not farm like the rest of us, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I think that there should be shifts, like half the population's up in the morning, half's up at night. Then we could really rearrange the calendar and the work week if we started thinking like that. That's what I'm talking about. Innovation. We're really setting these systems. Do they work for us or do we work for them? I don't know. Ask yourself that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a big question,
It is.
and it's one that I think you're born with. So you got people who are always on time. You got the people that are late.
Yeah.
There's really no, so I don't know. Are you ready yet to find out what your job is?
Yeah.
Finally, you're ready?
Yeah.
So your job is kind of, in my mind, to help us connect farmers.
Mm-hmm.
And you're here, in my opinion, because we want to be farmer helpers. We are farmers.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're struggling with anything, shoot the Vibe Farmer an email. That kind of thing. And then to be out on the farm, there is some neat things that go on here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work.
But there's work, but it's not a type of work that makes you feel emotionally and mentally exhausted. Physically, you will be out there on the farm, but being out there in nature all day, and if they're a little hippie like me, they might be barefoot, grounded in the earth. There's something restorative about that, and working with the times, the circadian rhythm of the sun rising and setting. I think that they're really in tune with our world. Farmers are. And I just think that because we're so out of tune with the farmer world and into the pop culture world, we've got to figure out a way for the two to meet.
Yeah. And we got, as farmers, we got to come in the room with a different energy. We want a different result. So that's what the chart is. So you got to challenge us to do journaling. I mean, golly, I've missed out on.
Why do you think people don't want to journal?
I don't know. It's just like,
tell me why you haven't journaled yet.
I've journaled one time.
Okay.
Because it feels a little dumb. But Matthew McConaughey's been journaling since I think he said since he's 12 years old. It's very important. I could have already written a few books of the fun times I've had. And so I don't know, but it's on my bucket list.
So do you feel like journaling is dumb, or do you feel like what you have to journal about is dumb?
So when I was 20, I wrote my goals for the time I was 30.
Okay.
And when I got to 30 and looked back on my 20, it was laughable. I mean, it was a comic book.
Oh, yeah.
30 to 40 did better. Still a little giggle, but it was better. Now I'm at the 40 to the 50, I ain't got to the 50. So I don't know. I'm just thinking about it a little different. And
what are some things you'd put on that 40 to 50 list? We're manifesting right now. Let's manifest it.
Yeah. So
at 50 years old, Kaleb Dinwiddie is fill in the blank.
Fill in the blank. Just more organized, control, more. And when I say control, I'm talking about more control over taking the 2 hours a day
to organize.
No, to do 30 minutes of exercise, 30 minutes of reading, 30 minutes of and then 30 minutes to twiddle my thumbs if that's what I want to do. So you should. I've not carved out enough time in the day for me. Then I haven't carved out enough time for my family. So I'd like to do. I would like to do more of that. And
I think you're setting yourself up for that.
Yeah, I'm working on it. So let's hope that I hit that
see
target.
You at 50 and it's looking good.
Yeah. So that's a thing. And the other thing is just meeting somebody whose energy's at the bottom of the scale and trying to help raise them.
How do you do that though? Because there are some studs
you got to read the book. There. Now, what book am I got to read?
I've never read this book, and then I'm going into a room. Like not everybody's read it. Like, what's one word of advice when you're kind of talking to a dud? How do you pull them out of that? Or do you meet them there?
So I'm going to use your tactic.
Okay.
How do you get farmers to talk to you? What's your favorite color?
Yeah. Everybody's got one.
Yeah.
And people thought it was silly for me to go around and ask what their zodiac signs were. Tell me why every farmer knew it. They didn't have to Google nothing. Oh, I'm a Leo. I'm a Pisces. I'm a Scorpio. And I said, I know. I could tell.
Because you got the vibe.
And then they would say, well, how can you tell? And then I would tell them what I was observing about them. If they were a Leo and I said, I know you're a Leo, it's because they had an air of confidence and pride about them. And when you kind of tell them that you see them, that you're perceiving them in this positive way, it allows them to see themselves in that way. And then they've got a new air of it. And then they're more likely to share and communicate with you. And bringing people to that level just really fulfills something. It brings
a lot of solutions to a lot of hard things.
It really does. And it really kind of takes away all the differences and brings us to our core of being human beings that just want to connect.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of that's my hairy, audacious goal.
Your what?
Big, hairy, audacious goal. Your
sounds like something you could pop.
Weehog, I think is what it's
Weehog?
Yeah, that'll be your next book you got to read.
We got to come up with a different name for Weehog.
Okay, yeah. So
Weehog.
But yeah, that's kind of the big thing, and just maybe you can get us on social media because, like you said, I mean, yeah, I'm on social media. I was on social media for years as a way to scout out employees. And
it's just weird with posting on social media because this is something that I experienced because I worked in the corporate world for a second. Whatever. They monitor social media, and you've got to make sure that your presence is very professional and it's very appropriate for all these things. So then it kind of takes your personality out of it. So then I see a lot of companies that try to make sure that everybody can be okay with it. And that's just, you can't do that. You've got to be yourself. You've got to be allowed to be yourself, because that's when people can see your authenticity, which allows them to kind of get a glimpse into your passion instead of just trying to sell what's appropriate, whatever. I'm fully for people being themselves. And I think that that's the key to social media now. And that's something that we're doing right here. We have conversations like this here in the office. Are you getting tired?
Me, yes. Been up since 4.
I can make you an egg coffee.
I know, yeah. Oh, no, thank you.
Whatever.
But yeah, so that's kind of my ambitious plan for you, is to connect us a little and educate a lot of people about what we're doing here. And, we're just trying to.
I wouldn't say that I'm educating them. I would say that we're being educated together. And I'll be the voice for you. So if you've got questions in ag, comment on the videos, and then I'll use those questions to bring to Kaleb so I know what to ask.
Because you don't know what to ask today.
I mean, I'm a little fired up after last night. Yeah. But I'm sure that throughout our postings that we'll get some engagement. So hit us up. Let me get a little Vibe Farmer email so y'all can reach out if y'all just want a happy quote to start your day. I could send one your way. I like to see a smile.
Yeah. So we'll be putting that on the website at Rooted-Ag, the Vibe Farmer section.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
this is our first little trial of it, and I feel like the vibe's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of putting you to sleep.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah,
I'll bring some more oomph next time.
Right. Well, we'll do it at like 5 a.m. and then I'll be on top of my game.
Yeah. For sure.
I'll do my part and then you can film yours later.
Yeah. And then so you can ask questions at the beginning. Yeah, I don't know. The timing there, I don't know if it's going to be 5 a.m. But no matter what we do, whenever we wrap our podcast up, because I'm the vibe farmer, I got to send some good vibes out there.
Yeah.
So do you have anybody I should send some good vibes to?
I do.
Okay.
So this guy is straight out of
Compton?
Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Okay.
I forget the little name of the little town, but they've got a Buc-ee's.
A little town with a Buc-ee's?
It's very little. They got a Buc-ee's. It's the first Buc-ee's I ever been in. I've been in the parking lot twice, but I never went in because I wasn't going to fall for that.
Did you ever go in?
I did the last time when I was up there.
What did you think about it?
Buc-ee's?
Yeah.
It was overwhelming.
Yeah.
I was looking for the restroom and
then Bucky himself probably walked out.
Yeah, it was a lot in there. So
yeah.
But anyway, very good experience. Got some beef jerky. I enjoyed that.
So are you shouting out Buc-ee's?
I didn't mean to, but yeah.
But shout out Buc-ee's, I guess.
Yeah. So Chad Elkins in the Smiths Grove community up in Kentucky. So Chad, we went up there the other day. Amanda and I were up there, and he runs a real neat operation. So you're gonna send him some vibes, and then
I'm sending him some good vibes because I can tell that you brought some back with you from him. So what's something that you think he does that is admirable? Or a quality about him? Let's send him the good vibes. Let's let him know what we think about him. Chad.
Oh, Chad. So Chad is an open door,
mm-hmm.
and he's not he's willing to listen. So he has a very different operation. He has a dairy. Mm-hmm. He has row crops, chickens, a wedding barn.
Wow.
So kind of a different kind of farmer. I'm not interested in a wedding barn.
You've got to really be a multifaceted kind of brain to run an operation that has that many legs on it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. So Chad Elkins in Smith Grove, Kentucky.
Shout out to you, Chad Elkins in Smith Grove.
Yeah.
Smith Grove.
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe we can bring some of that energy over here too.
Yeah.
We can get our legs running.
There you go. So are you about finished with this, or are you gonna give me my book? Or
I could talk all day,
but
so I'm reading this. This doesn't have anything to do. We're just doing media. Like, this is honestly what I've been reading in my personal life, and it's The Devil All the Time by Donald Ray Pollock. Oh my gosh, it's so good. But what's better than that is I Googled it, and there is a movie that has all of my favorite little cutie boyfriend actors on it. We got Robert Pattinson. We got Bill Skarsgård. We got Tom Holland, Zendaya's fiance. Spider-Man.
No clue.
We've got a lot of pop culture to teach you over these next few weeks, don't we?
You got some, yeah.
I'm not finished with it yet, but what I'm liking about it is the good and bad side of people. We've all got it. Are we bad people that occasionally do good, or are we good people that occasionally do bad?
I think we're all different.
Exactly. And then we've got Letters from the Earth, Uncensored Writings by Mark Twain. Who was it the other day that said that this looked like a Grateful Dead cover? It really does. But
yeah.
As far as I know, I think the beginning
Have you read it?
No.
Oh, I thought you had already read it.
No, because I ordered a lot of my books from thrift books. And so I read My Husband, which was a really good psychological thriller. Then I started this one. And so I figured I'd hand you this one. See if you liked it, if I wanted to read it after.
Okay.
So
I like Mark Twain.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
I'm really new into, obviously everybody knows Mark Twain, but you don't know much about him. So that's like one of those things.
I've been doing
You know what
library.
agriculture is, but you've been where?
He was he lived in Hannibal, Missouri.
Hannibal Lecter?
No. North of St. Louis.
That's
Hannibal.
a town.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, y'all, I've already learned so much today.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've learned anything about pop culture over here, but.
Yeah, I have.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not going to quiz you on it, though.
Yeah, well, that we got some nod outs in agriculture from
Bad Bunny. I really appreciated that. And
we got to get some cotton in the uniforms.
We do.
Right.
We do. But not till 2038.
Well, you can always tear up a contract.
I don't know about one that big.
It's possible.
Anything is possible.
If Michael Jordan would help us.
We could probably get MJ on the pod.
Yeah. So.
He's a friend of a friend.
There you go.
Somehow.
We're
all connected and related somehow.
Yep. All right. Well, you want to end it with that? And if you got vibes, send them to the Vibe Farmer. If they're good vibes, bad vibes, you want.
You know what? You can send bad vibes too. I don't care. I'm here for you. That's what I want to make apparent. If you're having a bad day, let's make it good. I can show you how to make more colors with blue.
Okay.
That was kind of good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I guess we're going to end it on peace because that's the vibe.
All right. Well, one's over.
One's over. Two's to come.
All right. See you, Rachel.
I'll see you, Caleb.